Hey everyone, welcome back to Village Bike Kitchen. It's old bike day again. The problem with this bike though, is it's already in really good shape.
In such good shape actually, that I decided to take it on a quick ride right away. If this bike did have any problems, a quick shakedown should reveal them. But it doesn't seem to need much work, which is sort of a problem for a channel based on fixing old bikes. The hubs, headset, bottom bracket, and cranks are all in great shape, and I've never picked up a used bike that shifts this well. Eventually though, I did find a few issues. And a few pleasant surprises.
Brakes offer almost no stopping power. Got them held all the way down. Friction shifting, which I like. Tell you what, this is like almost too low of a gear even for this hill. This bike can really climb the way it's geared. I'll have to check out what the actual ratio is, but that's definitely the easiest I've ever gone up that hill.
This is a 1980s Peugeot Alpina. It's a French-made mountain bike and it's in great shape. Because there isn't all that much to fix, I'm going to improve this bike by embracing the idea that less is more. First, I'm going to remove all these accessories. They are practical, but the previous rider probably added them over the years, and now the bike is practically buried underneath them. Next, despite the clutter, I can tell the bike is pretty dirty, so it's going to need a deep clean, especially the drivetrain. And finally, even though the bike is in such great shape, there are still a few things that need to be addressed. The cable housing is cracked, the brakes have almost no stopping power, and the tires are rotting and wearing thin. So let's get back to the kitchen and get started. The first thing to do is take off all these accessories. I bought this bike from the original owner who had it since the 1980s. It's clear he rode the bike often and kept it in great condition. Over those years, he added bike accessories to adapt the bike to his riding style. But over time, all those things piled up and started to overpower the bike itself. So the goal for this project is to do less and let the bike speak for itself. Besides, during teardown, I discovered that this old French bike uses outdated sizes and component standards. Even if I wanted to upgrade or swap parts, it would probably quickly turn into a hassle. It turns out that less really is more for this bike. This montage here really gives you a sense of how much stuff was on the bike. I tried to edit this to be short and choppy, quick clips, and this is still a really long section of the video, so bear with me as I get the rest of these parts off. I am taking this on a trail ride soon, so we have to lose the kickstand. Hard to believe that all this came off that bike. Unfortunately, I lost audio here, but this is me just going on about how sharp this frame looked once I got through the clutter. The downside to being able to see the frame finally was realizing how dirty it was, especially the drivetrain. Underneath all those old bits were years of dirt, grime, and old grease, so I gave the whole bike a good scrub. I always enjoy cleaning the frame, especially at the beginning of a build, but this time the cleaning was satisfying for a different reason. The bike really started to come alive, and not because of new parts or fancy tech, but because the simple frame is striking on its own. Sometimes it is something really small that can help you make a big improvement. Because this project was going so easy and it lacked a lot of maintenance that I needed to do right away, I wanted to do something. I wasn't going to do the headset or the bottom bracket, so I thought I could make sure at least that the quill stem wasn't seized, get that out and grease it so that it stays nice for a long time. Okay, that's enough for tonight. Look how clean and shiny this bike is. Think about what it looked like. So busy with all those accessories. So we're in a good place. We're going to stop. We'll do the rest tomorrow. Why don't you grab a cup of coffee or a cup of tea? That's the first thing I'm going to do when I come downstairs tomorrow morning and get back at it. So sit back, relax, and join me then. Thanks, guys. There isn't much actual maintenance to do, but what was left was waiting for me in the morning, and you never know quite how it's going to go. So I woke up early, put the kettle on, and got to it. As you saw during the ride, the brakes provided almost no stopping power. I know that cantilever brakes aren't the most powerful to begin with, but they still didn't seem to be operating correctly on my short ride. I'm hoping new pads help a little bit. These are the original grips, so I made sure to preserve them, but they're foam and over time they've dried up and become quite brittle. I grabbed a cheap pair of slide-on mountain bike grips that match what used to be there to replace them. I ended up replacing the brake housing and the brake cables. The housing was flaking apart and the cables were dry and stiff. I struggle with these cantilever brakes and I can't tell whether they're just bad or if I don't have them dialed in correctly. It's probably both. I couldn't replace the shifting housing even though the bike really needs it. I thought I had extra gear housing around, but I didn't. I did at least replace the rear shift cable because it was hanging on to the derailleur by a short, frayed end. I left the front derailleur alone because it works perfectly fine. I'm trying to dial in these cantilever brakes and I'm not having much success. I don't have a lot of experience with these, I'm not that good at it. But in fairness, these brakes are pretty bad, to be honest, so I'm cutting myself a little bit of slack. After everything was back together, the bike needed a quick shower to clean the spots that I dirtied up during the rebuild. It's done, let's go have a look. Thanks for watching. That's it for this episode of Old Bike Day with this 1980s Peugeot mountain bike. If you liked this video, please consider liking the channel, subscribing, and hit the notification button so you can see the next video, which should be me out on the trails on this bike. Thanks. See you next time.